All right, and we're live. What is up, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Random Encounter Podcast. We are on episode 50. I'm your host, James, and I'm joined by Phaneckswhy
How's it going?
and Big Mike, aka Dave the Diver.
Yo. Been underwater for a few weeks now.
Yep, the game does look interesting. It reminds me a lot of The Tourist. Every time I see you play, that's all I think of in my head is The Tourist, except that it's more underwater stuff compared to The Tourist. But
Yeah, I actually just finished up a video on Dave the Diver today. So it
nice.
should be coming out soon.
Nice. We do got a more PlayStation centric podcast today because PlayStation was actually a little bit in the news. I was on vacation, so I wasn't as invested into the news of trying to figure out everything that was going on. So I did ask for help from everybody. And yeah, we had a few topics that just came out, and I did see one cool thing, which is gonna be the first thing we talk about. But before we get into that, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. We are trying to hit 500 subscribers. That is our goal. We can do that. Hopefully we can do it right before our 1 year anniversary, which is the end of August, early September there. So definitely like and subscribe on our YouTube channel. Follow us over at Twitch as well, because we do stream 3 days out of the week, and then we have our podcast, of course, every Sunday, where you can catch us on both Twitch and YouTube. But yeah, definitely do that stuff. Also, don't forget to follow Phaneckswhy. He does, stream periodically as well. You were streaming yesterday, weren't you?
Yeah, I was playing some Tears of the Kingdom.
Tears of the Kingdom, man. Where are you at now? Did you beat it already, or you're
No, I haven't
still?
beat it yet. I just got the 5th sage.
Oh, okay, nice. So you're a little bit ahead of me because I stopped. I'm gonna go back to it.
I haven't touched it.
Yeah, I'll go back to it eventually. It's just there's a lot of other games I've been playing, specifically Pokemon, which I've also been streaming. I've been on this like Pokemon craze lately, so like, yeah, I just been going back to that, and it's fun to go back to stuff like that because honestly, like, there's a lot that Pokemon has. OG Pokemon, not like Scarlet and Violet, because like Scarlet and Violet, I got another thing when it comes to that. But there's a lot that like OG Pokemon has that I think the newest stuff doesn't carry with it in terms of like an RPG and stuff like that. Like not so much of it being easier, but other stuff.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I haven't played a Pokemon game since like probably like Black and White.
Yeah, Black and White, and that's what I'm.
Well, no, I beat Shield, and it
Okay.
was so bad. I'm like, I'm never playing another Pokemon game. Like, I forced myself to beat it just because I bought it and I started it. You know what I mean? Like, but I'm like, yo, it's terrible.
Yeah, I mean, more power to you because I started playing Pokemon Shield and I got bored. I was like, after the
Yeah.
5th gym or something, it's like, yeah, this is stupid.
It was stupid. Like, I didn't know any of the Pokemon either. Like, because it was my first one in a long time, and I don't like the Pokemon design anymore. Like, I feel like it hasn't been good in like 2 or 3 generations.
Yeah.
Like,
I hear you with that. No, I agree when it comes to that. Like, I do think like some of the new Pokemon designs are kind of, they're not as good.
nah.
David, what's up, David? Welcome to the podcast. He's saying I'm doing a Pokemon Black playthrough. Yeah, where are you at,
Yeah, bro.
David? Are you ahead of me?
There's rumors that they're remaking it. There's a lot of rumors. I don't know if y'all seen that. There's like
I
a lot of
did
rumors.
see that. So I did read up some of that. What was it? Earlier today, actually, when I was trying to find out stuff about the podcast, and I was thinking of talking about that, but like I don't have enough like
it's nothing
sources.
solid.
Exactly.
It's
like
not really anything to talk about.
Exactly. So I was like, nah, it's a pass. Like, well, when we get like somebody that has an actual rumor that's supposed to be an insider, then we can go from there. But nothing like that is happening so far. So yeah, we'll just leave it at that. But we will talk about it when it becomes big.
You say you got the 3rd badge.
Oh, nice. So is that where I ended the stream last time? Right? Or no? I think I just got the 2nd badge. No, I did get the 3rd badge, right? I don't remember now. I think I did get the 3rd badge, but I don't remember. I'll have to we'll find out on Wednesday when I go back to streaming that.
But you're gonna buy Pokemon Sleep?
Probably not. I hate any type of sleep tracking. Mainly because like usually with sleep trackers you have to have it on you. And like even like my Apple Watch, I always take it off before bed. I tried sleeping with it once and I was like, I can't. Like I like to put my hand underneath my pillow sometimes and it's like sleep like that. and having my watch like there, it just kind
Yeah,
of
it
bugs
hurts.
me. Yeah, so I was just
Starts
like,
to hurt after a while because you press on it, and
yep,
it's like, yo.
yep, exactly. So I was like, yeah, that's a pass for me for right now. Um, but yeah, like let's go into our first topic of the day, which is the PlayStation 5 is getting a Spider-Man 2 branding, which actually looks pretty cool, honestly. Like, I'm not sure. Did you guys take a look at that?
The controller looks dope.
Yep,
Like for sure. If they sell the plate, they should sell the plates for the PlayStation. I feel like it's kind of whack if they don't.
they do. So that's actually another.
They are.
That's one thing I was gonna mention. That this is huge props. So back in the days, right when a special edition console came out, you literally had to buy the whole thing. I mean, Mike can
Brand new
tell you
one.
because he bought the Halo edition
Yeah.
Xbox Series X and also had the OG Series X. So it's like
Yeah.
he got that. But like PlayStation, with it being able to swap out plates, it's good that they're utilizing that capability, and they are going to sell you the Spider-Man 2 plates, which looks pretty awesome. I do like the black. It looks like Venom is kind of
Taking
going,
it over.
yeah, taking it over. Let me actually go ahead and share my screen here real quick while I have that up. Let me actually make sure that this is showing the right thing, because I apologies. We're a little bit I'm a little bit like rusty here because of my vacation. I'm still trying to get back into work mode.
That's always the case, bro.
Mm-hmm. There we go. Sorry. All right, let's transition here. Yeah, so if you go ahead and look at the screen, like you can see that like the plate is pretty cool. It kind of shows like Venom is taking over of the Spider-Man logo, which is pretty dope. I do like that. I do like that they're selling this separate, which is pretty cool. When it comes to the controller is like the same aesthetic. I do like the black taking over of the red and the Spider-Man logo being or that's the Venom logo. I'm sorry, the Venom logo being in the middle, which is pretty cool. What else? And then you have the console itself, which it's just like the plates
That
there.
controller definitely goes hard.
Yeah, the controller is amazing. Like I'll probably pick that
I'm
up.
gonna try to get that. I guarantee you it's gonna sell out, dude.
Yeah, it probably is. But yeah, like all of that's coming through. They do have a variant for each version. Like if you have the disc version of a PS5 or the digital. Unfortunately, I have a digital version, so I had to get the digital thing. But yeah, they do have a variant for each, which is pretty cool. There's also the bundle that you can get, or not the bundle, but like the console that you can get, and then of course you can get the controller separate, which is pretty neat. I'm glad that PlayStation is doing that. All that pre-orders begin July 28th, which is what, next week or this week, rather, coming forward. So you will
Yeah,
get that, and
like it's
yeah, and
Thursday or
that's
Friday.
yeah, and that's directly through or directly through PlayStation. I don't know
I
if it
hate
says
that,
other
bro.
retailers. Oh yeah, it says other select retailers as well. But availability will be on September 1st, which is pretty cool. So you're getting it way ahead of time. Which is, I think the last time that happened was the Tears of the Kingdom console. You got it what, like
Yeah,
almost a month,
it was like a
right?
month.
Yeah, before Tears of the Kingdom. I guess that's kind of cool that they're doing that ahead of time, because then at least you can play with the console
So
if you're a new user.
hot take.
Yep.
All that looks cool, but I'm really not that excited for the game.
No.
Like it looks good. You
Mhm.
know, it looks like it's gonna be solid, but it's not. I think I might actually even wait till it's like $20-$30
Yeah.
cheaper.
So I mean, for me, it's not a hot take because I agree with you. People
Yeah.
are hyping it up, and to me, it's like it just looks like Spider-Man 1. Like I don't
But bigger
see
and better and more polished, you know, like it
exactly.
is. I
So
don't
it's
know.
like and the Venom story, like we all know if they're following, regardless of what source material they're going with, the Venom story is going to be something that we all know. So it's like I don't know. I agree with you. I'll probably wait for it to go on sale or something like that before I
My
actually
backlog's
play it.
huge, dude. And
Yep.
Starfield's coming out,
Hmm.
and like something else comes out in September. I can't remember what, but it's definitely
Mario, was it
big.
Mario RPG? No, it was Super Mario Wonder comes out in September.
Oh yeah, all the Mario games. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
probably gonna play those games before I actually play Spider-Man, honestly.
me
Like
me too. Like I'm excited for Mario Wonder. Actually, if that's multiplayer. That'll be a good group stream. I
you
didn't
know
think
what would be
about
a
it.
good group stream
They
What?
didn't say it
is
was local
Remnant
or
2.
online, did they?
I don't think they did. What you say, Mike?
I said Remnant 2 would be a
Uh,
good group stream.
I did see you post that, and it looks like they got a 9 out of 10. So, is that
Yeah.
on Game Pass?
I don't think so. I
Okay.
think it's like $38 on PC if you go through CD keys.
CD keys. Okay, I might have to look into doing that maybe.
If we all get it, they said it's funner if you play with people,
With people,
and it's like procedurally generated worlds, and like if we play, it's one of those games you can play every week because it's like a grindy game. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. Well, I have to look into doing that for sure. That sounds very interesting. But yeah, that's the Spider-Man console, and yeah, I'm pretty. If you guys are gonna get it, definitely for everybody that watches this later on, definitely leave a comment in the comment section below because it'd be interesting to see how many people are gonna get it. I think I'm gonna get at least a controller. I don't know about the plates because even though I have my PS5 right here next to me, I don't know. I I guess I just don't care the way it looks. Plates look cool, but like I think they're
plates are
probably
gonna
gonna
be
be
like $80, and I'm like,
exactly,
I'd rather get the controller for that price, like more
exactly.
functionality.
Exactly. I have more uses for the controller. I can use it on the PC, on the PS5,
Right.
pretty much on anything.
And if you're gonna get plates, you might as well get the D brand plates because they actually have like
A
the
fan.
Fan
cutout
vents.
for
The
the
cutout,
fan.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Hmm.
you can at least
And
get
I think the
more
D brown
home.
one looks better than this one. Like it looks
Yeah.
more like, I don't know. It doesn't look like a freaking like fin. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
coming out, it just looks like it fits the system. Like,
Yeah. No, I agree with you guys when it comes to that. That is pretty cool. It helps out with better airflow. No, which is funny. Like, do you guys ever have issues with playing certain games? And like, let's say Final Fantasy 16. When you, well, I don't think you have it, fan, right? You don't have Final Fantasy
No.
16, but Mike, you have it, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I
Did
haven't
your
played in weeks, but
Me neither. Did your
yeah.
PS5 ever like heat up or anything or make like loud sound?
So I play majority of it through Chiaki
Mm-hmm.
because I was like testing it out.
Okay.
So like I wasn't even in the same room, but when I did play, I didn't hear it. But it's also like by my TV
Yeah.
and my volume's up, so I wasn't paying attention. So I'm
Okay.
not really sure.
Okay. Gotcha. Because I was curious about that because a lot of people keep saying that when they play Final Fantasy 16, like it's overheating. Even my brother said his gets very like hot,
Oh,
and
I'm sure.
I was like,
I mean,
okay,
it's probably a demanding game.
yeah. Uh, I mean, it probably is. Like I don't know. It's like mine's is right next to me, and it doesn't really get hot. So
I wonder if it also
Mm.
depends on which like version or
PS5.
model you have.
I
Yeah.
was wondering too because I have a launch PS5 and he just
Yeah.
got his PS5, so maybe it does matter by which model because I know the heatsink got smaller and smaller over time, and I know there were supposedly tests. I think like on Austin, what's his name?
Austin Evans.
Yeah, Austin Evans
Yeah.
did like a test on it, and he said that they're pretty much the same thing, even though the heatsink was smaller. But I don't know. To me, it's like
Well, I think
I
his testing
guess
wasn't like scientific, but
yeah,
I remember
Yeah.
watching the video because he still notes that there was like a slight like 1 to 2 difference
yeah,
in temperature, but like I don't know if he had it in Celsius or Fahrenheit. And
yeah.
1 to 2 degrees difference in Celsius is a kind of big difference.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
compared to
yeah.
Fahrenheit. Yeah.
That's quite a few degrees. Yeah, I don't think he like Gamers Nexus that where he like went in like super in depth. Like
Yeah, he just did like a thermal camera like running on it like off the back, and that was it.
Okay. So not a real test then. Yeah.
yeah, pretty much anything we could do. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah, pretty
exactly.
much.
All right, and the next bit of news that popped up was something that Mike shared with me that I did hear, like my, while I was on vacation, I did scroll some of YouTube. I didn't actually go ahead and play any videos because there was just a lot going on. And I did notice that videos that people were posting was on Project Q, and Project Q seemed to have gotten leaked. So Mike sent me this video that shows a supposedly leak view of Project Q. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually share my screen again so you can take a look at it. And this is the supposedly leak of Project Q here, and it's interesting to see because it's kind of stuff that like I was talking about. So I do have a Project Q video out on the channel there where you had me talking over like speculation on what Project Q might be. And one of the things I did say is it has its own OS, whether it's like Android or something else. And if you look at the little video, it does look like it's running a version of Android because it has like the square, circle, and the like I guess triangle looking thing that most Android device, not most Androids, but like previous Android devices had. I don't think current Android devices have that. But it is kind of interesting to see that. So it looks like it's running like some type of variation of Android there. Or actually, you can see little Android logos right there. So that what that means is to me, I guess if Project Q, it looks like Project Q is going to do more than just remote play, right? meaning you can probably install emulators if it's powerful enough. There are GameCube and Wii emulators available on Android, so you might be able to play that. You might be able to play like 3DS games and stuff like that. But if it's priced at $300, do you guys think it would be worth it still?
No,
No.
you can buy Steam Deck for almost that,
Yeah.
and it'll play Chiaki good, and
Mhm.
you can pretty much set it up to play whatever.
Yeah.
I don't think it's worth it, especially if you already have a Steam Deck. Like, it's probably not going to do it any better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I mean, if any indication of the LG G Cloud shows that Android by itself is
Mhm.
not going to be enough, they got to price it well.
unless they make games specifically for it because it has an OS, you know what I mean? But I don't think that's gonna happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't see that happening. I do see PlayStation getting mobile games because correct me if I'm wrong, but I do remember I thought we even reported on this. That it looked like PlayStation is going more into the mobile business. They're trying to make more mobile games. Let's see. iJu says most people don't put their consoles in a well vented area either. Not a chance. Ah, I hear that.
Yeah.
And I assume not a chance for Project Q. But
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. When it comes to shoot, I pressed on something. Uh, but yeah, when it comes to that, yeah, like they did. I know they're trying to dive more into the mobile business because everybody sees it as a quick, money grab, right? You go ahead and put something available on on the mobile platform. Is probably easy money, especially when it's free to play or gotcha or anything like that. So it running Android kind of makes sense because they're probably going to want you to play their mobile games as well. But
Probably why they did it.
exactly. But I do agree in the sense is like, we'll get a Steam Deck or a ROG Ally or something like that
Well,
because
Steam Deck, the
Mhm.
lowest model's what, 350 or something?
$399, I believe.
399?
Yeah, when on sale.
Yeah.
Yeah, when it was on sale, the Steam summer sale it was $350.
Yeah,
So
because it's like still $100. If it's $300, you
Mhm.
save up $100 and you get an all around better machine.
Yeah, and then when you look at it too, like with that model, you can still buy like SSD NVMe's are becoming a lot cheaper. So like you can buy a 1 terabyte NVMe for almost nothing nowadays.
I found a Steam Deck one for like $40, like a
Yeah,
1 terabyte. You know what I mean?
there was a
So
bunch on Prime Day. There was a bunch of
yeah,
stuff of that on sale. I'm so upset I didn't get any of that. But yeah, there was a bunch of sales on
yeah.
there. So I agree with you. Like they have to price it really good. Now, the more I think about it, the more I think that $200. It can't be no more than $200.
Bro, honestly, it's got
It's
to be like
definitely gonna be more than
150,
$200. I mean, how much is the DualSense Edge?
$80, I
199,
believe. No,
199.
oh, the Edge. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, the
Yeah.
Edge is 200. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Exactly.
Yeah,
They're
Yeah,
gonna
that's
but
they're
look,
gonna they're gonna
so
they're gonna price this thing $299, $350.
true.
that thing's just a controller with a crappy tablet in it. You know what I mean? Like that thing, like you could sell that for like, because I guarantee you, it is a crap tablet. You know what I mean? Probably like a $50 bargain bin tablet because
Yeah.
it's just for streaming. Like,
If they're
and
gonna
not a
if they're gonna
controller.
do it, they need to make sure that tablet is not it's an actual landscape style
Yeah.
screen, right? Not where it's like
It looks like
vertical
it's
and then they
not
rotate.
though,
Well, no, the
with the
thing is
buttons
like with
on the side.
screens, like either they're manufactured for portrait mode or landscape mode,
Yeah.
right? So there's some because there are some handhelds out there that they use a portrait style screen, but then they rotate it in software to make it
Mhm.
landscape, right?
Yeah.
And that can screw up certain apps and games and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So
like the Steam Deck
they've got
is
to hit
is
Yeah,
everything on point. Like if they're
yeah,
gonna price it overpricing, then there needs to be like almost zero mistakes on this thing
yeah.
to make it worthwhile.
And to reply to Ayujuice, I think that's how you say your name. Even if it had all of that, you're better bang for your buck if this is going to be $300 is getting a Steam Deck. You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like it's all around. It's not even worth it unless like you only play PlayStation games and you don't touch any other PC games or console games. Then like and you want to play like in your bed. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that's like the only way this is worth it.
Yeah. That or I also think like if you somehow have like an exclusive PlayStation store on it where you can get like PS1 games, PS2 games, uh and I guess the cloud PlayStation streaming. If they make that exclusive to the Project Q, then I could see it being
So hear me
maybe.
out,
Yeah.
right? Steam Deck
Uh-huh.
can run all of those games. Like,
That is
probably
true.
better. Like,
That
you
is
know
true.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
That is true. You could get
but I see your
the.
point. I see your point. Like,
Yeah.
to your average consumer, like, sure, you know what I mean? Like, just
Exactly.
streamline.
Exactly. No, you got, like, I wasn't thinking that way. I was thinking more of the average consumer, but yeah, I agree with you 100% that, you could get all those games on there, and you can play technically PlayStation 3 games natively, right? Even though it's
Right.
emulation, versus Project Q would have to do cloud streaming because Sony still can't figure
Oh,
out how
yeah.
to emulate, PS3 games on a
And if your
PS5.
internet
Like,
sucks, that thing's probably going to be a $300 pile of garbage.
yep.
If, like, you don't have good internet.
Yeah. I just says I'm sick of waiting for the Slim though. I just want to see what it looks like at this point. Just give me a visual with a release date. Yeah, that becomes a pretty good segue to our next topic, which is the PlayStation rumors of the Slim. So again, from Mike, this is an article on Key2 Gaming, and I know there's a lot of talk from a lot of places talking about that there is another PlayStation model in the works. And I believe like some of the stuff was coming from like Tom Henderson, I believe, said that those were in the talks. I want to say that in the Xbox
Well,
court case, right?
I think Tom Henderson actually retweeted this article.
Okay, gotcha. So that's what it was.
So-
Yeah, so I remember he doing that. And like I do see that happening because there's been rumors for a new PS5 model that's going to be able to have an external disk drive. And what better way to get like a PS5 Slim out the door and be like, hey, if you want to get a disk drive, here's an extra $100 you got to pay for a disk drive, even though disk drives are cheaper than that. But here's an extra $100 you have to pay for that. It's more money that Sony will get with a rebuy PS5. And then there's rumor of a PS5 Pro as well, giving you better graphics, more power, basically like the PS4 Pro, right? But PS5 Pro. I don't know,
Bro,
but yeah, you go ahead.
A PS5 Pro.
Mhm.
So the only way it makes that worth it is if it runs 4K 60 frames a second natively. You know what I mean? Like, if it does anything less than that, like, it's trash. Like, it's not even worth it.
Yeah, I agree with you. It would have to do like 4K native. So correct me if I'm wrong, you guys, on this. When it comes to like FSR 2.0, any hardware can do FSR 2.0, right? As long as it's AMD hardware, or is it any hardware in general? Because I know FSR 1.0 is universal for sure, but 2.0 is also universal.
I think you can run it on anything.
Yeah.
I don't think it's like restricted to.
Yeah, I thought so, but I could be wrong. But the only thing I can see that is like having to use newer technology. But I believe the console's already RDNA 3, so like that shouldn't matter when it comes to that. So they have the latest technology. So I don't see why that would matter. I don't know. For me personally, I don't see the point of a PlayStation 5 Pro, but I do see where a PlayStation 5 Slim would come. I mean, PlayStation has always had a slim console. The PS1, right, or the original PlayStation had the PS1, which was the smaller, mini version. Remember that white PlayStation 1 that you can buy? PS2 had a slim version. PlayStation 3 had like 2 different variations of that. PlayStation 4 had a slim version, and then now we're here at the PS5, so it kind of makes sense. Mm-hmm.
Hold up, I gotta interject you because IOJU says it's not on the console though. That's on the game devs. That is not true because you optimize your games for whatever consoles that you need to put it out on. So if I have a PS5 Pro and you're trying to put out a 4K 60 game, but my console can't handle it, there's nothing that I can do as a game dev to fix that. If you don't have the hardware, it doesn't matter what the game devs do. So that's 100% wrong. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it varies on that too. Like optimization does go a long way, right?
Optimization goes with the game devs, but you need the hardware there in the first place.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like,
so yeah a good example we always go back to is comparing Tears of the Kingdom versus Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, right? Both are open world games, but there is a huge difference between Tears of the Kingdom. That's probably a way bigger world than Scarlet and Violet. Not probably, but is a way bigger world than Scarlet and Violet. Has a lot more mechanics going on than Scarlet and Violet. it looks and runs better than Scarlet and Violet,
The
right?
PS5 isn't. They marketed it as 4K 60, but it's not capable.
Yeah,
Not natively.
not natively. That is true. Hey, Geronimo, welcome to the podcast, man. Yes, as the PS5 is more than capable of 4K 60 as it is currently, game devs just aren't properly optimizing games. Look at the nonsense they've been releasing on PC with 10 plus year old games. Yeah, I think PC is a different
Yeah,
a different
that's a
take.
different. That's comparing apples to oranges
Yeah,
too.
because that does seem laziness. I mean, some people even think it's like a like plot to be like, oh man, I really want to play this game. Let me go pick up a PS5 so I can play it, where it's best played. Which it would be smart on Sony to do that. But
I mean, there are games that do run better on the PS5 than runs on PC, but that's
Yeah, and
yeah,
that is on the game devs. That is all
yeah,
optimization,
yeah,
right? Because
yeah,
they don't optimize it for
mhm,
the PC, but you
yeah.
still need the hardware in order to put that out.
yeah,
PS5 cannot handle 4K at 60. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like,
Yeah, and Geronimo says, "Oh, PS5 Pro talk. Sony is funny. I'm very curious how they're going to attempt to sell ray tracing improvements to the masses, etc. Looking forward to how the Slim looks, though. The Slim PS console are
I,
always better designed than the first ones. Yeah, and that's kind of like the
uh,
opinion that we have here too. Like, I think the Slim for me is more intriguing. Specifically, if they can do like the disc thing, like I would love to be able to use like a separate disc to my current PS5. But if the Slim is, I don't know, better looking design, like smaller but same performance and everything. And then you give me the option to do an external disk drive, then why not, right? Like maybe I'll trade in my PS5 and get that for it. But yeah, I agree. Like the disc version for me is more intriguing. The PS5 Pro model, I think all of us here are kind of like, I don't know. I
it's stupid, dude.
I don't
And what are
think
you gonna charge for it too? Is it
that's
just
true.
gonna be $4.99? Is it, you're gonna have to charge like $7.99, $8.99 for it?
Yeah.
Like, especially so 4K 60. So the most comparable graphics card that can run it is like what, a 4080 or something that can run it like real good, or a 4070.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, because even like 3080s, depending on the game, have a hard time
Yeah. And
running.
it depends on the
Um,
graphics settings too and all that
yeah.
stuff.
Well, that's what I'm saying. 4K
Yeah.
60. Like, if you're running 4K 60, even some 3080s can't run it on some games.
People are thinking that the Slim isn't coming because of Spidey 2 limited edition. The limited edition will have no effect on the Slim. That limited edition has been planned for a while, I'm sure, and will sell out instantly. I agree. Yeah, just because there's a new
Yeah.
console coming doesn't mean that they're not gonna sell variations of the old one. I'm trying to think of a good example of that. Um, hmm. Yeah, I can't think of a good example of that. Well, I'm sure there's examples out there that are. I mean, I'm sure Nintendo Switch is probably a good example of something where like the OLED was out, but there was probably variations of the older one that was available. I don't know. Can't think, but I do agree with that. Just because there's a limited edition Spider-Man PS5 doesn't mean they're not gonna go right away and give you a limited edition PlayStation Slim or PlayStation Pro. No, you're gonna have those new consoles there for sure. He says, I think the Pro will be $499, $549 max. That's why they're dropping the price to $399. Yeah, I don't, I don't
It's
know.
not. It's not even confirmed that they're dropping the price.
Yeah, I
Like,
don't.
that was like on the rumor mill,
Yeah,
but it wasn't like anything set in stone.
yeah, I don't
But they're
know about
still
that.
losing money on those.
Yeah, and that's the thing with the talk about that. Like, I think Microsoft Smart saying like when they built the Series X, they built it to be the console for the whole generation. I'm still surprised. I'll be very surprised if there is a PS5 Pro, if that's the thing that's real. But I do think the Slim is for sure legit because there's been rumors for a while
I don't think
about
the
a
Pro's
discless
real.
PS5. You don't think the Pro's
It
real?
d-
Yeah.
it just doesn't make sense where it
Mm.
would fit in with everything. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like,
You might as
it'd
well
be
just
too
hold out till the
expensive
next
to.
generation.
Yeah.
Maybe Project Q will be announced as the PlayStation 5 Pro, or maybe it'll be called the PlayStation Pro, and that is your pro
Right.
console, your pro console where you can stream like a pro. Uh,
Yeah, some marketing twist.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Hey, you never know, right? You never know. That's something that I feel like the Sony of nowadays will do. Yeah, I feel like Sony of today is definitely not the same Sony that we had during the PlayStation 4 era, in my opinion. they might still be on top, but I feel like there's still some kind of weird things that Sony is doing in like the background of certain things. See, Geronimo says, yeah, I don't know if they'll do a price drop. I assume it's Juice, so I apologize if I'm saying the wrong name. I'm gonna just call you AJ if you don't mind. I hate the way the current PS5 looks. That's why I sold mine in the past. I can't get over how it looks. I'm completely fine with them keeping the same look if they just refine it. Yeah, I mean, I don't really mind the PS5 look personally. Do
No,
you guys care about it?
it just kind of blends into everything.
Yeah,
Well,
like
I'm looking at it right now. It's just like laying on its side. I mean, they go by Juice.
oh, go
Okay,
buy Juice.
but
Gotcha.
yeah. But if I want to change the look, I just go buy some D brand plates, make it look
Mhm.
different.
Right.
Yeah, like I don't mind. I guess the thing is that it is big. So like my desk that I have my PS5 on right now is kind of small. It's not like super big. So that does kind of like suck. It does take up a lot of space, so it like fills up. Which is why another reason why I'll be excited for a Slim if they could somehow trim that down and make it just thinner and smaller overall. Hey, I'll like that. I'll have more desk space. That's a huge plus, right? Yeah, David also says he likes the design. Yeah, I agree. I like the design. I don't mind it. I know a lot of people don't like the design. They compare it to like a router and stuff like that. But to me, it never bothered me. Some people didn't like that the console was white. I actually liked that the console was white. Even when the OLED came out and you had the option of white or you had the red and blue neon Joy Cons, I went with the white as well
I mean,
because it's
they've done
just
black for
different.
so long.
Right.
Exactly.
It
That
was gray for the PS1, and then PS2 and everything forward was
yeah
black. Black,
yeah
black, 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 and then you, the PS4 had a special edition Destiny that was white, and that was about it.
yeah.
And that was it.
Yeah.
Yep, all my consoles, as far as I can remember, even my GameCube that I purchased was black because at the time I was like,
Mine was
oh, it's
black
black.
Yeah,
too.
I got the
Yeah.
purple one.
Oh, yeah, I got the black one. And then like, as time went by, my PS2 was black. Everything I got was black except for like the Game Boy, the DS I had. I had a pink DS. Uh, and that's a different story. That's because there was no other DS to get. So like it was either I get the pink DS or I get no DS. I was like, you know what? Let me get the pink DS. Smash Mac, what is up? I feel like I haven't seen you in a long time, man. Sorry, that's my cousin. We just had our reunion, which is why I was on vacation. So, but yeah, David says I had a silver Slim PS2. Interesting. Was there a silver Slim PS2? I didn't know that.
Yeah. That seemed it.
Yeah, I never knew that. I had the black. We had a black normal PS2, and then we got the Slim PS2. Because I'm so happy I got the normal PS2 because I had the Final Fantasy 11. So in order to play Final Fantasy 11, you had to install the hard drive in the back of the PS2, and then
Oh
that's how
yeah.
you can play it because it was a 20 gigabyte hard drive, so you can download the game and stuff like that. Which, funny enough, the issue with that hard drive was like after like the third expansion pack, it was already full, so you had to buy an even bigger hard drive and replace it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so it was like because the PS2 wasn't really designed for that stuff. They just kind of like made it up as they go.
Right.
Yeah, Juice said it reminds me of a 90-year-old lady's face. Hmm. Oh, and then David said he had a purple GameCube. Smash Mac says, yeah, it was great seeing you. You too, man. It was great seeing you. You and the Shizwiz. It was awesome seeing you guys there. And then Juice says, I don't see a router. I see like 60s, 70s era styling of base or sculpture. I don't know. I see a router like that. I've seen people like compare it to like fans. Like they have the tall standing fans and stuff like that. But yeah, I guess if the Slim is redesigned, I am curious to see like how they would redesign it. I don't know how you could redesign it. I guess I don't know because if you change it, it's gonna lose. I'm trying to say like its iconic look because right now like this PS5 has like an iconic look. You know what a PS5 looks like, but then if you change it, just make it more squared out, it'll just become a generic like PC, I guess you could say, mini PC. So
It'd be a flat Xbox Series X.
yeah, that's true. Flat Xbox Series X. That is very true when it comes to that. But yeah, that is on the rumors of the PS5. Like I don't know. Do you guys think the Pro is real?
No. There's
Uh,
not a chance.
Probably
And if
not.
they did, it's if it is real, it's definitely what's it called? This scheme. It's
Like
probably just a
they're
scheme. Bro.
I can't think of what they would do to like in terms of like hardware
Yeah.
wise. what jump there is right now in it. I mean, again, it's already running on RDNA 3, like unless
Yeah.
it's like RDNA 3 plus or something that in AMD somehow pulls out their butt, and then they're still running DDR4 RAM, right? Maybe they swap over to DDR5 RAM, and
Yeah.
who knows?
Yeah.
But
I can see that.
yeah, I can't see it doing it just because there's not too much of a technological leap. I mean, with the PS4, it made more sense just because you go from 1080 to higher frame rate. It did 4K too, didn't it?
The PS4 Pro?
PS4 Pro?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
it
kind of.
upscaled to 4K.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, but it went from 1080 to
Yeah.
4K. Like that's a big jump,
Yeah.
Like
4K.
I can't see that huge of a jump from a PS5 to PS5 Pro and what additional things they can do.
Yeah, because you're not gonna be able to do 8K, not in a $500 range.
Yeah.
Like, there's
I mean,
no way.
it would.
Oh,
It,
4090s can't even do 8K.
Yeah.
But they market the
Yeah.
PS5 capable of doing 8K, and I'm just
Exactly.
kinda like, bro, like
Yeah.
these people don't know how technology works, and that's why people eat it up. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I agree. Like the Pro, I don't see the
It
Pro
doesn't make sense
existing.
right now,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
because it's only been a couple years since the PS5 came out, right? 3 years.
3 years. Actually, that's
Yeah.
actually about the time that usually like a slim model
Yeah.
comes out.
I know, but that's
Yeah.
why I'm saying like a Pro model doesn't make sense right now.
but I think COVID kind of put everything back now. There hasn't been as much like development. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Let's see. Juice says.
I mean, I could definitely see a Slim over a Pro for sure.
Yeah.
yeah, Slim's like whatever, because you just put in a smaller case.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Juice says, I hope they don't take away the whole extra SSD slot ability. I have a brand new 980 Pro waiting for the Slim. I doubt they would do that. I feel like that's a necessary feature nowadays, unless they want to play the proprietary memory card thing.
Which I don't
But
think they'll do.
Yeah,
I think Sony
Xbox.
has noticed that. I think Sony learned their lesson, and Xbox did not learn the lesson from Sony for whatever reason. So
Yeah, what Xbox did, vile, dude. Especially if you look at the prices of those proprietary 1 terabyte, like $200 for 1 terabyte, bro. You can get an M.2 for like $50 for 1 terabyte. Dude.
yeah,
I mean, it depends on the speed you're trying to get, but to get the one that matches for PS5s, they're about $100.
Mm-hmm.
1 terabyte,
bro.
$100.
I sent the link. It's 50. Oh, I didn't send the link. I've got to send it. You
Yeah.
can get it for $50. The WD Black was going for like $50.
Yeah, there was some Gen 4s that were around there for NVMe's. Because you need at least a Gen 4 for PS5.
Yeah, but you have to look into the read and write speeds too. It's not just that it's Gen 4.
Well, yeah,
The read and write speed.
Isn't it like 5? Like, isn't it over like 5,000
plus?
Yeah,
at least 5,000. Minimum is 5,000.
yeah. The Sabrent one, I want to say, was around that price for Prime
Most
Day
of
at
them.
least. Yeah,
Most of them are around there.
yeah. Because I want to say the Sabrent one was
Yeah, 'cause
around.
I've-
Well, now
I've
it's
seen
not. It's
the
like
1
at least the Sabrent was like around 100 now.
It's not like, because like if you buy like a WD Blue or like
No, I've seen
like
a couple
knockoff,
Gen
like
4 1 terabytes, but they're like 3,000 or 4,000.
Mhm.
So they're right under the minimum requirements for the PS5. They'll probably work. It's just it doesn't meet the performance requirements for some other games.
because I follow deals pages on Instagram too, and there was one by like Techland. I think it was like a super knockoff that was like 5,000 like read write speeds, and it was like $50.
I'm always scared of those
Techland
knockoff
is-
brands,
yeah.
dude, man.
I don't trust any of those knockoff
Yeah.
brands. Like,
It's just a PS5 though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't put it on my PC, but PS5 you're just using it for pretty much storage. Like,
ooh, I do got an announcement to make. Off topic, but I just want to say, because we're talking about PlayStation, and you remember how fun it was like modding like the PSP and stuff like that, being able to get like homebrew and all that. I just did
Yeah.
that with my son's 3DS, and it's amazing. Like, it was so fun doing it.
It's
Right.
easy.
Yeah.
It is, and I was like, just doing this, like, man, this brings me back to the day when I was doing it for PSP. Good times, good times. That's what got me into like technology as a whole.
I have to do that. I bought 3DSs with the intention to do that, and I just never did it. Bro.
Yeah. Yeah, it took me maybe about an hour, and like one of the steps for me, I had got confused on a little bit because it tells you like to follow the prompts, and then I'm here just pressing and not reading what the prompts are saying, just trying to get through it.
Ooh.
I was like, shoot, what did the prompt say? And then I did remember it said to go into like your Wi-Fi settings and do something, so I did that. Or
Yeah,
no,
that can break your system, bro. It's an
Yeah.
important step.
so because I was reading the guide. And I was
Yeah.
pressing on this, like, okay, I'm here reading it there. I was like, oh shoot, it said follow prompts. I was like, okay, I see the prompt just says proceed. So I hit proceed, but I didn't read like the text on the top. So like maybe I should have done that. But yeah, it was easy. I just had to do something to enable to like for the SD card to be like written onto, because for whatever reason it wasn't. And then once that was able to be done, then that's it. I was done. But yeah, sorry for that change of subject. I was just thinking about that. um but yeah, that's kind of like everything we have for today. It's like it was a shorter podcast today. Like I said, I was on vacation, so I didn't really get enough time to kind of go through and go through like news articles and kind of see what we had going on out there. These were kind of like the main things that kind of caught my eye, that caught Mike's eye. What was that?
This week was kind of slow. I didn't really see anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, there wasn't a
But
lot of
then
stuff
there's
going
like a
on.
lot of like movie trailers
Yeah.
out because of San Diego Comic-Con.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they announced the release date for Invincible, the Boys spin-off, like some stuff like that. But
yeah,
There's
there's
gonna be a prequel to John Wick.
Yeah.
the Continental, yeah. Well,
they
the
did
like
show
video game wise,
off
it wasn't.
in Mortal Kombat 1, the guy from
Yeah,
Invincible.
Rain and
Omni-Man.
Smoke
Yeah,
Yeah.
they put
are
Omni-Man
going to
in
be in there.
there.
On-Man's going to be in there, but
Yeah.
they just announced Rain and Smoke as roster players.
Yeah, I saw that as well. And they showed the One Piece movie trailer. So any
Oh,
One
that
Piece
too.
fans, they did show that, or not movie. I'm sorry, TV series.
Everyone seems excited about that. Like
I-
they're doing a good job.
I'm
Like,
skeptical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because apparently, what's his name, Oda or whatever,
Yeah,
is
he's
like
behind it.
super hands-on.
Okay.
So
But with Cowboy Bebop, so was what the creator of Cowboy Bebop.
Yeah.
So
They even brought back the
Oh,
person that
true.
did the freaking opening, the music.
right.
yeah,
They brought that
Which,
person back
speaking
to
of
the Netflix
Cowboy
show.
Bebop, the creator of that announced a new anime too.
really.
I forgot what it was called. What's it called? God damn it.
Can't remember.
If anyone ever played that Gundam Evolution like shooter game, it's
Yeah.
closing.
Oh, really? They're shutting it
Yeah,
down?
it's already
shutting it
been a
down.
year, dude. Yeah,
Dang,
that-
I
that's-
was-
that's also what
I was
happened.
actually playing it, and I actually did like it. Like I played it a
Yeah.
couple times on stream, and I liked it. My issue was I wanted to play on my Steam Deck, and I couldn't because I had the anti-cheat stuff. So
Yeah.
That
They announced
kinda
that they're shutting the
sucks.
service down.
well, that
Yeah,
sucks.
because
That's
it was a gotcha game pretty much. Lazarus, that's what it's called.
okay.
There's a trailer out for it too.
Interesting. See, Juice says everybody's waiting for Starfield, Spider-Man 2, Wolverine, MK1, Mario Wonderland, etc. And I'm just over here patiently waiting for Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Yeah, that was announced last year, and we haven't seen. I don't think we've seen anything since then, right?
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah, because it was last year's Summer Game Fest, if I'm not mistaken,
No, I
or
think
maybe it was
this-
Gamescom. Yeah,
It
I think
was
it was-
sometime within the past year. I don't know which one.
yeah. Because we covered
was
it,
the-
so it had to be Gamescom because Gamescom was about around the same time. Because I know we covered it, we talked about it, so yeah, it had to be that. Yeah, so that's gonna be interesting to see. I don't know why they haven't announced it. Maybe I hate when they do that. They announce games and then it's like takes forever for them to show anything for that. But I agree. Like Mario, Wonder, is it Wonderland or is it Wonder World? Whatever,
What?
Mario, the Mario game. I try to remember. Super
Isn't it
Mario.
just Wonder?
Oh, Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Yeah, it is. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, Super Mario Brothers Wonder, Mario RPG. I'm super excited for Super Mario RPG because I've never played it, and this is gonna be great. It's gonna be an
It's
RPG.
good, man.
Yeah, I'm excited for the remake. Hopefully,
This
they.
fall- Fact, bro, starting next month, dude.
Mm-hmm.
You got Sea of Stars, Armor Core 6.
Sea of Stars. I can't wait for it. Yeah.
And that's just August, but then early September you have like Starfield. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like that's coming. It's coming quick.
I want to say there's something else in September, but maybe I'm missing it. I don't know.
Uh,
Or is it
yeah,
Mortal
I'm not
Kombat
sure.
in September?
I don't think they have a release date for that, do they?
I thought they did, but I could be wrong. Yeah, I thought Mortal Kombat was in September.
I know Starfield's like super early September. Like I think it's September 1st actually if you pre-order like the deluxe edition or whatever.
Yeah, you get the early access for it. Yeah.
And there we go.
uh,
Batten Kaitos.
Oh yeah,
remaster
that
is
I'm
coming in
super
September.
excited for that, dude.
Mortal Kombat 1 is coming out in September.
Yeah.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
sweet.
Batten Kaitos. That's what it was. Yeah, because I've never played
Yeah.
a Batten Kaitos. game, and
I'm super excited for that game, dude. That's like a day one for me.
I've never
Cyberpunk,
played it, so I do want to get it.
Phantom
I'll probably
Liberty.
drop Starfield for that, honestly.
Yeah, it looks cool. Like I was watching a story overview trailer, and it looks interesting. It's made by Monolith Soft, of course, the creators of all the Xeno stuff. Xenogears, Xenosaga, Xenoblade, and then they made this, and I never knew about this game. And like watching it just reminds me of the times of games like Skies of Arcadia and stuff like that. Like it has like a similar vibe. I don't know why.
Nostalgic vibe to it.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. Yeah, I guess it's because it was a GameCube game, so it has that nostalgic vibe. So I'm like,
bro,
I'm
they
down.
need to make a Skies of Arcadia in the
Remake?
modern era, dude.
I
Like a
agree.
remake, like ground up. Not Final Fantasy 16 playstyle though. Keep it turn based, dude.
Yeah. Like kind of what the rumor is about Final Fantasy 9, that it's like it is remake. It's more like Crisis Core where they're remaking their graphics, but the whole game is kind of like the same game, so it's still be turn based and everything. I think that would be pretty dope. Honestly, with Skies of Arcadia, yeah, because I think the little bit that I played of it, story wise, is great. The combat, I mean, you could probably like speed up the combat and stuff like that.
Yeah,
of course, better combat
You
animations.
can get more in depth with the ship battles too. You can make it more controllable.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
I didn't know there were ship battles. That's pretty cool. I haven't gotten to one. So.
Yeah, bro.
Man, yeah, there's quite a lot of stuff still coming out. There's also rumors that Metroid Prime 2 remastered might be announced soon. I don't remember where I read that, but I read it. Somebody was saying that might be coming up, and because Nintendo supposedly is getting ready to announce a couple more things for the rest of the year, which I thought they already did with the summer one, but no, it looks like they have one more Nintendo Direct coming around fall time for some more announcements. So
for what, bro? It's gonna be the Switch too.
You think so?
Coming out early next year.
I mean, I can see that happening. Like March, there's a lot of Switch 2 rumors going around. A lot of, I wouldn't even say rumors. Like there's a lot of Xbox already kind of showed it off in their notes, and then supposedly there's dev kits out there already for the Switch 2. Which
it's next year marks, I think, 7 years since it came out. So
Yep.
that's about the turnaround time for it.
Yep.
Yeah, I could see them doing what they did with Metroid Prime, shadow dropping 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Right? And then announce a Switch 2. And like, oh, Prime 4 is going to be on the Switch 2.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, with Pikmin, they did that, right? They shadow dropped Pikmin 1 and 2 digitally. You know, and then Pikmin 4.
Shadow drops are the best, bro. More companies need to do that, bro. Just like, oh, you see this game you like, you get to play it right now. Like,
and if you want your physical, it's coming out here, so they make you buy it twice.
Yeah,
right.
That's what I was gonna say. It's a smart business move because they can get double the money because people will be like, I can't wait, I need to buy it, and they're like, oh, yeah, I'll buy it physical whenever it comes out. See, Juice says that they announced, I guess for Killer Clowns in Outer Space, they did announce on Discord more info's coming. Juice says I'm also patiently waiting for Everywhere game. They've been really quiet too. It's either going to be amazing or completely bomb. Yeah, that's that game that I remembered. It was like it kind of looked almost like Fortnite in graphics, but you could kind of do anything almost. I do remember that.
It's a multiplayer game. It's one of those games where I think like someone's trying to get away from them, and then like people play like the bad guys or whatever.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
Kind of like Left 4 Dead.
What's up?
Kind of like Left 4 Dead.
But no, kind of like I think like Dead by Daylight.
Okay.
Like that kind of style.
Okay. And then Geronimo says, I would scoop a Skies of Arcadia remake ASAP. Sega is leaving money on the table. I agree.
Yeah. There's a lot of IP they can. I mean, the last Sega main IP was the Sonic Frontier game?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. And I mean, technically, you remember, Sega owns Atlas. So, like, they did announce Persona 5 Tactica and then Persona 3 Remake. So, there are those.
Yeah, but that's like redoing stuff that they've already redone.
True.
You know,
I mean, they did also say that they have more remakes in the pipeline going on. Oh yeah, Sega also has the Like a Dragon games coming out too. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff that Sega is leaving on the table for sure. Like Sega has stuff. I mean, hey, everybody wants a Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 remake. You know, they could easily do that in like the Sonic Frontier engine and call it a day, and they will easily make money. But they choose not to. Companies, right. I don't know why. Maybe it's a pride thing, maybe not. But like, I guarantee you, if Nintendo made a Mario 64 remake from ground up using like the Mario Odyssey engine, people will buy that like out of nowhere. It'll probably be like the best selling game for like a year or something like that because a lot of people want to play it. Update the controls, update the cameras, and make the game look amazing. Hey, I'm there day one. I'm buying Mario 64 remake day one. See, Juice also says GTA 6, Take Two, Rockstar screwed up there.
Dude, just imagine if they did do that, but then they added like, oh, you can also play as Luigi. You can also play as Peach.
Yeah, kind of like what they did with the DS version.
3D or like 3D World, or Mario, not Mario 3D, Mario World, Super Mario Brothers U.
Yeah,
you know how you had all your different versions.
Yeah, well, the DS version did it.
Play?
Yeah,
did it? Okay.
Yeah, Mario 64 DS, you can play as Luigi, Wario, and Yoshi. And you, as you went through the castle, you unlocked it. And actually, I believe when you started the game, you weren't even Mario; you were Yoshi. And then you would find Mario and unlock Mario, and then you find all the other characters and unlock them, and then you can swap between them at any time. That's some cool stuff there.
Just do that, make it multiplayer.
Yeah,
that would be cool.
That would be amazing. That would be dope. And Geronimo says they have some good new stuff coming out too, no doubt. Oh, for sure, yeah. I'm excited to see what Nintendo has coming up. PlayStation, I feel like it's kind of a mixed bag. Like they've been very quiet on stuff. I don't know if we talked about the Last of Us remake. Did we? Last of Us Part 2 remake. I mean, I don't think we did talk about that, but that was also another rumor. That the composer supposedly said that they're remaking already Last of Us Part 2, and that's another issue that PlayStation has is remaking games that I feel are not old enough. Like Last of Us Part 1, me personally, I was like, why remake that game?
It still held up incredibly well.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
There's no reason for it.
Exactly, I agree.
If you're gonna remake a game, remake some of the PS1, PS2 IPs.
Yeah, do like Legend of Dragoon or like Vagrant Story or something like that. You know what I mean? Like back in the day ones.
Since like the Xenoblade Chronicles are going like make some of the freaking Xenogear freaking remakes.
Well, supposedly that's a rumor too that
I know
because of Monolith Soft having being able to get Baten Kaitos from Namkai Bandai. Sorry, that name is always a twist for me. Or Bandai Namco, whatever their name is now. They changed their name too many times. They supposedly that they can get not Xenogears but Xenosaga from Bandai Namco because Xenogears is still Square Enix, so they have to somehow get it from Square Enix, and Square Enix seems to be semi-greedy, even though Mario RPG is available. You know, they still seem to be semi-greedy when it comes to that stuff. Juice says Nintendo needs to bring back Donkey Kong 64. Mario.
Well, they can't do Banjo-Kazooie or Conkers because that's owned by Rio or Rare.
Owned by Rare, which is owned by Microsoft. Yeah, that one.
I mean, they technically did bring
Microsoft now.
Yeah.
And they're not doing anything with it.
I know.
Yep. Microsoft is another one. They could easily make money if they had a Banjo-Kazooie remake.
I don't know, man. They're so caught up in these acquisitions that they're like, oh yeah, we're supposed to make games too. Like, you know, like we're not just a business that buys companies.
Yeah. That is true. I agree.
No,
with
like,
that.
Wait, they're not?
Yeah, right.
That is true. I will agree with all the news. I want to say almost in the last like 6 or 7 years, all Xbox news has been them buying some type of studio or
apparently it's the buildup that they're going for. You know what I mean? And this is like the final step. So
yeah,
we
Conker's,
will
Conker's
see.
Bad for a Day. I remember Conker's Bad for a Day, Juice.
Yeah, they're never gonna remake Conkers, bro. Will not hold up in today's society.
Yeah, I remember Conkers. Borrowed it from a friend when I was little.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
One of those.
Yeah, some of those jokes aged not in a good way. It is funny though.
I mean, they could do one of those things in like the movies have nowadays, where it says the jokes here are representative of time, whatever. Like we don't.
Like what Disney did.
Yeah. With that stuff, so like, you know, to keep the original,
it's not. It's just very vulgar. I don't think it's terrible like humor.
Yeah.
It's just very vulgar, and I feel like people get easily offended by being vulgar, I guess.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. But that is all what we have for today. We are not doing video game 20 questions today because, like I said, there's a lot of things going on. I still want to recover from my vacation since I literally just got back when we start, like 10 minutes before we started the podcast. And then, you know, Mike's got stuff to do as well. So no video game 20 questions today, but we will be back in full force next Sunday with the podcast. I will be streaming on Wednesday. I'll be continuing my Pokemon playthrough. Pokemon Black. I'm playing through that, so I'll definitely be continuing that. Thursday, Mike will be back with his stream. I assume Dave the Diver, if not something else. And then Friday, we have
maybe
our
Revenant. We'll see.
Maybe Revenant. Gotcha.
Or Diablo. I heard the new Diablo season sucks though, so I didn't even play it. Like
I've heard that too. And then Friday we will have our group stream. We'll try to figure that out because we did have our
I suggest Remnant, because I heard it's good. Or
we did try to play Redfall last time, and had a lot of issues, but me and Fan got to play some of it. I can tell you this. Let's just leave it at that.
It wasn't good.
I think I've already uninstalled it.
It's just. I mean, I don't know. I don't have words that can describe.
I remember on the stream, you're like, Mike, you might have to reinstall it.
It's interesting, but it's like we're playing on hard mode, the hardest difficulty, and we're just blowing through everything. It's like. I'm expecting hard mode in my head for a game like Redfall. I'm thinking like heroic mode in or legendary mode in Halo or something like that.
Right.
Like, that's exactly where like one hit you're pretty much dead. Right. No, this was just like okay, like these guys are nothing. But we appreciate you guys joining us today. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We are trying to hit 500 subscribers. We do appreciate everybody that joined us today on YouTube and everybody also on Twitch. If you're over at Twitch and haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, definitely go ahead and subscribe to us. We do try to put out weekly videos. Unfortunately, we didn't put out a video last week. I apologize. That's on me. I did record a video. I didn't get to edit it and upload it in time because of, again, I was on vacation. So that's all on me. I apologize for that. But this week we should have at least 2 videos because I am going to upload the video that I already recorded and have finished editing that. And then I will have another video to talk about as well. And I believe Mike has a couple of videos that are going to be going up as well. So definitely take a look at those when we have those up. And don't forget, we are getting ready to do a giveaway at the end of August, or rather, it might be the first week of September. Whatever that Sunday is, I believe it falls on the September 1st or something like that. We are doing a giveaway. And it's going to be a tournament style as well. We're going to be doing a Mario Kart 8 Deluxe tournament where the winner will get a $20 gift card. So first place, $20 gift card. Second place will get a $10 gift card. Third place will get a $5 gift card. And one random viewer will also get a $20 gift card. So definitely be excited for that. We're trying to figure out a way to kind of get a list of who wants to enter the tournament so we can keep track of all these things because there's only, a certain amount of spots we can have. So stay tuned to all of our streams. Once it's available, I'll probably have a link in the description to all of our videos where you can sign up there. If you have any questions, you can always catch us on Twitter or Threads. We are available on Threads as well. Hit us up there and we can kind of answer those questions. And you can always hit us up on YouTube as well or Twitch or wherever we're at. But appreciate you guys for joining us. Fan, where can I catch you at?
You can catch me here on Twitch and Twitter. Now on Threads at Phaneckswhy.
What about you, Mike?
Nowhere, bro. I don't do social media.
Yeah.
I'll be right here, bro.
Unless Twitter decides to change to,
X.
And as always, you can find me here with the Random Encounter podcast crew and as well as all the Random Encounter stuff. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.